Hello friends, in this video let me try to explain what is deconstruction through some of the definitions which are available through the works of various philosophers. Now that defining deconstruction is against the spirit of deconstruction. Even then, in order to understand the term better, we need to go through what various thinkers have to say about deconstruction. In a letter to a Japanese friend, Derrida himself speaks about deconstruction in this way. Quote, what deconstruction is not? Everything, of course. What is deconstruction? Nothing, of course. Unquote. So that definition itself shows the difficulty of defining the term. Again, in one of his works, Margins of Philosophy, Derrida speaks about deconstruction in this way. Quote, deconstruction cannot limit itself or proceed immediately to a neutralization. It must be by means of a double gesture, a double science, a double writing, practice an overturning of the classical opposition and a general displacement of the system. It is only on the condition that deconstruction will provide itself the means with which to intervene in the field of oppositions that it criticizes, which is also a field of non-discursive forces. Each concept, moreover, belongs to a systematic change and itself constitutes a system of predicates. There is no metaphysical concept in and of itself. There is a work, metaphysical or not, on conceptual systems. Deconstruction does not consist in passing from one concept to another, but in overturning and displacing a conceptual order, as well as the non-conceptual order with which the conceptual order is articulated. Unquote. So one term is significant: overturning and displacing a conceptual order. Especially it will be displacing or disrupting or eroding the binary opposites which can be found, which are the basis of all kinds of philosophies and all kinds of worldview. Again, another critic, Barbara Johnson, she discusses deconstruction in her work The Critical Difference in these ways. Quote, deconstruction is not synonymous with the destruction. It is in fact much closer to the original meaning of the word analysis, which etymologically means to undo. The deconstruction of a text does not proceed by random doubt or arbitrary subversion, but by the careful teasing out of warring forces of signification within the text. If anything is destroyed in a deconstructive reading, it is not the text, but the claim to unequivocal domination of one mode of signifying over other. So we need to take into consideration this definition. It is a careful teasing out of warring forces of signification within the text. So we need to understand that within a text there are competing forces or contradictory forces, and understanding that contradictory forces within a text is what deconstruction is doing. It is deconstructing the claim to an unequivocal domination of one mode of signifying over the other. So there is no homogeneous single meaning in any text. This is what Barbara Johnson says. Another critic, J. Hillis Miller, one of the very prominent voices in deconstructive mode of criticism, he says, deconstruction as a mode of interpretation works by a careful and circumspect entering of each textual labyrinth. The deconstructive critic seeks to find, by this process of retracing, the element in the system studied which is illogical, the thread in the text in question which will unravel it all, or the loose stone which will pull down the whole building. The deconstruction rather annihilates the ground on which the building stands by showing that the text has already annihilated the ground, knowingly or unknowingly. Deconstruction is not a dismantling of the structure of a text but a demonstration that it has already dismantled itself. Hillis Miller. So he is using a kind of architectural kind of a symbolism. So there is a kind of a building kind of an image, and what deconstruction is doing is not dismantling that building but finding out a loose stone on which the building is built, because the building is already on the process of destruction. So pointing out that element, it annihilates the ground on which the building stands by showing that the text has already annihilated the ground. So the text has already deconstructed itself, because there is a loose stone which will pull down the whole building. So it is just showing that the text is already under the process of destruction. That is what Hillis Miller's definition shows. J. Cudnan, in his Dictionary of Literary Terms, asserts that in deconstruction, a text can be read as saying something quite different from what it appears to be saying. It may be read as carrying a plurality of significance, or as saying many different things which are fundamentally at variance with, contradictory to, and subversive of what may be seen by criticism as a single stable meaning. Thus a text may betray itself. So the entire point is that there is no single stable meaning in any text. Such kinds of claims are being challenged by deconstructive critics. So in order to demonstrate that deconstructive critics will be taking one element within a text which is contradictory to what it appears to be saying, and by showing that element they will be telling that there are multiple levels of signification within the text. It is Terry Eagleton, while criticizing deconstruction, had come out with the definitions like reading against the grain, deconstruction as reading against the grain, reading against the text, knowing the text as if it doesn't know itself. Such kinds of definitions or descriptions of the term deconstruction. But we need to understand that overall it is not easy, or it is not right to defining the term deconstruction, but with all these descriptions of the term, you will be able to understand what deconstruction is all trying to achieve. Thank you.